The world stopped shaking. Dust, thick as morning fog, chokes the air with the taste of pulverized stone on ancient turf. One by one, the people of the Red Ochre crawl from the fissures and overhangs that are their only shelter. They are a clan of Australopithecus, small but hardy, their survival a testament to their vigilance. For generations, their hominid history has been written in the shadow of one singular, titanic fear. No, the silence hangs where a familiar terror should be. It is the silence that draws them forward, their primitive curiosity overriding their instinct to hide. Piola, the clan chief, leads the way. His face is a mask of scars, each one a story of a close call, his body lean and corded with the muscle of a life spent running or fighting. He grips a heavy stone-tipped spear, a masterpiece of their lithic technology, and crests the ridge that overlooks the valley. Then he sees it, and the breath catches in his throat. The great landslide, a wound of fresh, raw earth torn from the mountainside, has remade the landscape, and in its grip, pinned by behemoth slabs of granite and tangled in the roots of appended ironwood trees, is the earth shaker, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. For as long as the clan's oldest memories stretch, it has been their god and their devil, the undisputed ruler of this territory. Its roars have been their lullabies and their death knells. Now, it lies on its side, trapped, its massive legs churn uselessly. Its tail, a weapon that could shatter a boulder, is pinned beneath a stone the size of a hut. It is alive, its chest heaving in ragged, furious breaths, and its one visible eye, a yellow above pure malevolence, swivels to fix on the small figures on the ridge. A roar erupts, not of dominance, but of chopped fury and pain. A ripple of disbelief, then a wave of pure, unadulterated ecstasy sweeps through the clan. Shouts and whoops echo across the valley. They have outlived their demon. The nightmare is over. Children who have known nothing but whispers and fearful glances now point and laugh at the caged monster. P.O.R. allows a rear, grins smile to crack his lips. He raises his spear. The stones, he rasps, his voice raw with dust and emotion. We end it. Today, we end the fear. A cheer goes up. The warriors begin to move, their movements eager, purposeful. The end of an era is at hand, to be brought about with sharpened flint and collective courage. No, the word is quiet, but it cuts through the celebration like a shard of obsidian. Kale steps forward from the crowd. He is young, his body unscarred, his eyes holding a strange, deep calm that unnerves the others. He is not a warrior, but a watcher, the dreamer. He stares not at the trapped beast, but at the broken mountain, at the dust still settling in the air. We do not touch it, he says, his voice gaining strength. P.O.R. turns, his expression of triumph souring into disbelief. What madness is this? Boy, it is a gift from the spirits of the earth. It is our deliverance. Kale shakes his head, his gaze sweeping over the clan. You see a trapped beast, he says, his voice resonating with a strange certainty. I see a keystone pulled from the arch. It is the mountain. It holds the valley in balance. If we kill it, the world dies with it. A worse thing will come to fill the void. A tense silence falls, broken only by the ragged breathing of the trapped dinosaur. The clan stands frozen, caught between the promise of a lifetime's vengeance and the chilling prophecy of a madman. P.O.R. stares at Kale, his knuckles white on the shaft of his spear. The clan's jubilation coalesces into confused muttering. To defy the chief is unthinkable. To defend the Earthshaker is insanity. The boy's mind is cracked by the shaking earth. P.O.R. declares, loud enough for all to hear. He speaks with the tone of fear, not reason. We have been granted a miracle. He takes a step toward the path leading down to the trapped tyrant. But Kale stands his ground. A slim and movable obstacle. It is not a miracle, Kale insists, his voice calm but unyielding. It is a test. The world is a great, breathing beast. The Earthshaker is its heart. The loud, terrible heart, but the one that drives the blood. If we stop it, the limbs will wither, and other things that live in the cold shadows, will come to feast on the corpse. The clan is frozen, a schism forming in their collective soul. The older warriors, men like Bor who carry the tyrant's history on their skin, see only the logic of the spear, kill or be killed. But the younger ones, and the mothers who have spent their lives hushing children at the sound of distant footfalls, hesitate. Kayla's words carry a strange weight, the unnerving clarity of a dream. Bor cannot force the issue without shattering the clan's unity, the very thing that ensures their survival. A bitter stalemate descends. They will wait. They will watch. They post guards on the ridge, their gaze fixed on the struggling beast below, a living monument to their division. As the sun bleeds across the sky, the valley's ecosystem begins to shift. The first day passes in tense silence, broken only by the weakening roars of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. By the second dusk, the sounds of the night are wrong. The usual chirps and calls of smaller creatures are gone, replaced by an eerie quiet. Then, a new sound emerges from the grasslands below, a series of sharp, kicking calls that echo off the rocks. It is a language the clan does not know, and it chills them deeper than any roar. A hunting party, sent to track a small herd of triceratops they had been watching, returns early, their faces pale. One of them, a young man named Owen, has a deep, triple-pronged gash on his thigh. They are not large. Owen gasps as the clan's healer packs the wound with moss and clay. But they are many, and fast, like shadows with sickle claws. They were not hunting the horned faces. They were hunting us. The clan looks to the valley floor. There, moving with fluid, intelligent coordination, is a raptor pack. With the great tyrant's patrol's silence, this lesser but more insidious predator is testing new boundaries. The prehistoric life of the valley, long held in check by one massive fist of terror, is unraveling. The raptors are a new variable in their survival skills equation, a threat that cannot be outrun by the slow, but can be outthought by the clever. They are a thinking predator, and they see the clan's perch not as a fortress, but as a pantry. That night, no one sleeps. They huddle together, listening to the clicks and shrieks of the Velociraptor pack as they probe the edges of their territory, their hunger a palpable presence in the dark. All eyes turn to Kale. His prophecy is no longer madness. It is a terrifying, unfolding reality. The third day dawns grey and menacing. The air is thick with the coppery scent of the dying Tyrannosaurus Rex. Its struggles are weaker now, its roars reduced to guttural groans that are more pathetic than terrifying. This scent of decay has done more than roar the raptors. It has sent a signal across the prehistoric world. It is a dinner bell for the ambitious. The clan sees at near midday a new silhouette on the horizon. It is another giant carnivore, but leaner, faster looking than the tyrant. It moves with a predatory grace, its massive head swinging low to the ground as it tracks the scent of blood and death. An Allosaurus, a stranger. This is not the familiar monster of their territory. This is a foreign invader, drawn by the power vacuum. Kayla's prophecy has found its terrible flesh and blood conclusion. The new beast is not interested in the clan's cliffside perch. Not yet. Its entire being is focused on the dying tyrant in the rockfall, a colossal meal waiting to be claimed. The clan watches in silent horror as the Allosaurus circles the landslide, its intelligent eyes assessing the situation. The raptor pack, which had been growing bolder, melts back into the grasslands. They know their place. This is a battle for titans, a true dinosaur battle. A hard choice crystallizes in the cold air. They can remain hidden and hope the victor is too sated to notice them, or they can act. The new one, Bor says, his voice a low growl of grudging respect for Kale's foresight. It does not know our caves, our escape routes. It will hunt with no rules. The Earth Shaker. It was the devil we knew. In that moment, the schism in the clan heals. The two opposing philosophies, pragmatism and prophecy, are fused by a greater fear. They face not a choice between killing and sparing, but between a known monster and an unknown one. The decision is unspoken but absolute, a current of understanding that flows through the desperate community. They must free their ancient enemy. It is a plan born of utter madness and impeccable logic. Led by BOR, the strongest hunters gather massive, dead ironwood branches, sharpening the ends into crude points. This is not lithic technology. This is something more desperate, a primitive application of leverage. They move as one down a hidden path, approaching the landslide from the rear, shielded from the view of the approaching Allosaurus. The air is thick with the tyrant's foul breath. Its one visible eye, clouded with pain, fixes on them. It does not understand. Kale stands at the front with BOR, his calmest range anchor in the storm of fear. He points to the keystone, a massive chalk of granite pinning the beast's massive torso. There, he breathes. Push there, all together. With desperate grunts and a straining of every muscle, they drive their wooden levers into the fissure beneath the stone. The Allosaurus lets out a challenging roar from the other side, growing impatient. The trapped tyrant answers with a weak, rattling bellow. The clan members hew, their feet slipping in the loose earth. Their world narrowed to this single, insane task. The great stone groans, shifts, and then with a deafening crack, it slides free. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, impossibly, agonizingly, nurtures to its feet. It is wounded, bleeding from a dozen places, but it is free. It turns its massive head, its gaze falling upon the tiny, petrified figures who saved it. For a heartbeat, the world holds its breath. Then, the Allosaurus crashes through the screen, and the tyrant forgets its saviors, its entire being consumed by a primal rage against the usurper. The clan crumbles back up the cliff as the two titans collide, their roar shaking the very foundations of the earth. Their ancient conflict now the clan's disparate, last-ditch shield. From the safety of their perch, the small clan of ancient humans watches the earth-shattering duel. They are no longer merely hiding from the monsters that rule their world. They have become a force of nature themselves. They did not use a spear to kill their god. They used their intellect to move a mountain and unleash it upon another. This single, desperate act marks a profound shift in the story of human evolution, a pivot point in their nascent anthropology. It is the moment they stopped being simple prey and became strategists. The moment they realized the ecosystem was not a rigid hierarchy, but a complex machine they could manipulate. They gambled with the lives of gods, and in doing so, discovered something of the divine within their own cooperative spirit. The roars below are the sounds of a primordial war, but for the people of the Red Ochre, it is the sound of a new beginning, a hard-won equilibrium purchased with terrifying courage. Their future tools will not just be of stone, but of the bones of the giants they now know they can influence. The first true osteodontocratic technology born from the ashes of a titan's war. How much of who we are now was forged in such impossible choices. In those moments when our ancestors looked upon the face of overwhelming power and chose not to flee, but to think. This is the chronicle of our ascent, written not in ink, but in the fossilized footprints of those who dared to defy the thunder. But the sky held a different kind of shadow, one that hunted with silence instead of sound.